like he does have good hair, but I bet when he brushes it, it hurts. It's like ripping. Yeah.
I know for me lately, I've been like having issues with when I'm in the shower. I got hair. I feel like I'm like losing my hair sometimes with how
Oh
much
yeah, because you're
comes
like
out.
washing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate it. I always feel like I'm going bald, but then it's just like my hair never looks bad. I'm not balding. Also, with having a beard, like last night, I was laying in bed. I was going like this. I was just like getting the little like snags out, and so much hair came out. I was like, "Am I just losing? Like, am I balding on my beard? No!"
I know. We lose a lot of hair like throughout the day. Just people in general. It just falls out.
Dude,
It just is what it is because it gets to a point where it comes out. I'm worried
dude.
about my hairline, right? Because I've heard rumors that if you have it like tied up in a bow, or not a bow, but like a bun and stuff, or pulled back, that it can
Yeah,
like hurt your hair.
probably. I mean, I don't know the science on it, but probably.
Ethan might know more. He knows everything. He's a smart guy.
Dude, well, now that we're talking about the human body, I have to say this. I think the human body is just so gross. I
Eh,
hate it. It
I
grosses me
guess.
out. Dude, think about it. We create more substances than I can count on my hands, man. It's gross.
I guess. I guess.
You
I
got
mean, we got tears, we got saliva, we got
boogies,
sweat, we got boogers,
earwax,
earwax,
lugs, mucus itself, poo poo pee pee.
all that stuff like helps you though. Oh, good.
Yeah, but it's
Don't. How
gross.
about this? What's grosser than that is the amount of like microbes, microbial life that just exists on our
Oh, that's
body.
also true. I
Yeah.
remember seeing a video back in high school where people would take tape
Yeah.
and they would like just tape their skin, like their nose and stuff,
Yeah. You
and
mean
then
the
put it under a
oils?
microscope.
Oh.
Yeah, and you could see they like there was living stuff
Well,
like
yeah.
on the tape, and it's just like ugh.
We got tons of bacteria all over us and stuff, and a lot of it's good. I know.
Tears are technically pee. I didn't know that. I did not.
I read that and I didn't want to think about it. So I just imagined peeing from my eyes and I didn't like
Well,
it.
here's the thing. I always thought this is gonna sound gross now that I think about it, but I was just like tears taste all right.
I mean, they're salty. I
Yeah, they're
mean,
just salty. I mean, they don't taste bad.
it's salty
And but now
water,
that
right?
yeah, well now it's pee, I guess. So I've been drinking pee when I cry.
Wait, do you
That ain't
drink your
cool, man.
tears when you cry?
Oh no, sometimes it like gets in my mouth, so technically I'm drinking it,
I guess.
right?
I don't know. It just when you preface it with like when I'm drinking, like when I
Yeah,
drink
it sounds
tears,
like I'm drinking a
it
cup of
sounds
my
like you're
tears.
yeah, you're just crying into a glass and then taking a shot or something.
Mm. You tell
Speaking
me
of
that don't sound
shots,
good?
dude, I miss partying. And I mean like
Partying?
partying from like the good old days, right? Like I have this one story that I love to tell and I mean like it's not it's a funny story for me, but it's
Hmm.
not necessarily the best for like my buddy Tom because so the story goes, right? I was going to go to a party because I had two buddies, Corbin and Vinny, and they were kind of like they were already going to be moving out. They were like, "Hey, this is our apartment, but we want to like throw a party and kind of like a big going away and like if they get kicked out, they're like, "Oh, we don't care because I mean, they're already like leaving, right?"
Yeah.
So this is back in college. Granted, like I'm 20 at the time, and I was like, oh well, I mean, I'm still gonna go because I want to party, right? So I go there, and we got my buddies, Corbin, Vinny there, of course, because it's their apartment. We've got a
Yeah.
ton of other people. We've got Christian and Tom, and we're sitting there and we're partying. Tom showed up. Tom doesn't drink Fireball anymore, by the way. He used to
Dude,
drink
Fireball good.
Fireball like almost like exclusively, I guess. Like he used to drink it a lot. He loved it. He doesn't drink it after this night because he had a whole like bottle, like a whole big one, right?
Yeah.
And we're all sitting there, we're all drinking, having a great time. I'm playing beer pong and stuff, and things are getting kind of loud. And we ended up actually at one point having the cops called on us. So we've got like 15, 20, 30 kids. We're all just well, we're all not kids necessarily, but we're all in college. We're all hiding in the kitchen where all the stuff is. You've got like the beer pong table, and we're all
Yeah.
hiding, and the cops are like peeking in, and I'm like, oh, they fucking know. There was no way that they didn't know a big party was going on. But
Yeah.
uh,
They
Corbin
do
and
now.
Vinny kind of were like down there, and they were like smoothing it over, right? But throughout the night, we're just drinking, partying, and hanging out with Tom. And Tom's drinking. He drank so much, and then at one point he's like super drunk, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm just gonna go play some beer pong really quick. He seemed fine on the couch, so I just left him. Somebody else was helping to take care of him. And then after 10, 15 minutes, I'm looking around, and I'm like, where's Tom? Where'd he go? So I get a
Tom
hold of.
yakking, dude.
Well, that's the thing, right? We didn't know. We were like, we gotta find Tom because he was already pretty gone. We wanted to make sure nothing bad was happening.
Yeah.
So I went up to Christian. I'm like, Christian, have you seen Tom anywhere? Like, where is he? And he's like, nah, I haven't seen him. We look everywhere, and I mean everywhere. He is nowhere in the apartment. He's not in the bathroom. He's not in any of the rooms. He's not anywhere. And we're looking around, and he's gone. And after like 10, 15 minutes of us looking, we're like, okay, well, we don't know where he went. Maybe he went to Taco Bell, because Taco Bell wasn't that far away. We actually took a trip there that night. That was fun. Like 15, 16 college kids, drunk as all hell, making the
I've
trip.
done that before.
Yeah,
Dude, that's fun. That's
yeah.
fun.
We just walked
Oh.
through. We walked through this graveyard because there was like a graveyard. Then there was Taco Bell on the other side. So we're just cutting through this graveyard from the apartment complex, and we went to get Taco
Did anyone
Bell.
disturb the graves? Was someone rude?
No, no. A couple of
Good.
people were pissing on the side of like apartments though, because they had to go. So
No,
we're all
that's fine.
going, and people are just like peeing, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, dudes. I'm like, really?
Hey man, when you gotta take a leak, you gotta take a leak.
I guess, but I'm like, can we just wait until we get to Taco Bell or something? Like it wasn't even that long of a walk, like a 5-minute walk. You couldn't wait 5 minutes. They just left
Well,
an
what-
apartment that they could have pissed in. Well, not like in the
Dude,
apartment,
come
but,
on.
you know.
Here's the thing: when you pee outside, it's just so freeing. You know?
Honestly, that's the word that was coming to my brain when you were talking about peeing outside. Yeah, it's just freeing. It really is.
it's free. It's like that's like when you go camping, you're just like,
Mhm.
I gotta take a pee, man.
You pick
and
a
then you're
tree,
just like-
and that tree
You just
is
pick
the
a tree,
piss
and
tree.
yeah, and it's just like, oh, it's just so like freeing. You feel like you're like one with nature. You're connected
yeah.
through your piss.
I do feel bad about girls though, because I'm like, they can't have that kind of freeing
Hey.
experience.
Hey, they can now. They got what's that invention? I don't remember what it's called.
You mean the thing
But
that they
it's like
like?
a,
It
it's a
lets
little
them
straw.
a
Lets them
straw.
pee.
They just like
Well,
shove it up there.
It tubes. No. It like sits around. So, like,
Okay,
you got
yeah, it's like a
this-
funnel
this
thing,
shape.
right? I've seen
Yeah,
it.
and then you pee.
Yeah, yeah.
And like you can move it around and like pee where you need to pee.
I guess, yeah. I mean, that's
Come
something.
on, they can at least mimic.
Okay. So they can kind of
the
feel the
feeling.
freeing sense. Of,
Yeah. I mean, they
Kissing.
can't have the true feeling like
yeah.
us men, but
Okay,
they can get like 50%.
but we're sitting there, right? We went to Taco Bell. We did all the stuff, and it's been, mind you, like 4 or 5 hours. We have not seen Tom at all. We've been concerned like
Uh-oh.
this whole time. But
He's
we're
been arrested.
well, we were like, we didn't know what was going on. He was really drunk, and we're like, okay, we're gonna figure it out. He'll be back at some point. Like we didn't know what was going on. Sometimes we were like, he probably just dipped. We didn't know, but whatever. So we're all sitting
Yeah.
in I think it's Corbin's place, or maybe it was Vinny's. I don't know, but we're in their room, and they're all playing one of those Naruto games, like the fighting ones, right?
You storm something? I
Yeah,
have
like
it right
Ultimate
now.
Ninja Storm. I think that's what it's called.
Yep, I have that downloaded right now. I put
Mhm.
the campaign because I'm lame.
It's honestly good game. Good game.
It is. I think it's fun. Some
Oh,
people
yeah.
just don't like it though.
But yeah, we were sitting there playing it, right? And then it's been like 6 hours ish. It's like 1 in the morning, something like that. 1,
Yeah.
2, 3 in the morning. And then the door just opens up to the room, and Tom is like, "Hey guys, what's going on?" We're like, "Dude, where the fuck have you been?" It's like, "What do you mean? Like, you've been missing this whole time. Where were you?" He's like, "I was in the bathroom." And we're like, "No, you were not."
He's
He's like,
lying.
"Yeah, I was." Like, no. He was so gone. that we just did not know where he went. He just
Dude just
disappeared for a
vanished.
good 4 or
When we
5
needed him
hours.
the most, he vanished.
Mm-hmm. Then he came back and then swore to us that he was in the bathroom, which he was not, mind you. It wasn't like he was in the shower or by the toilet. No, no, no. He wasn't there. He just ceased to exist for a little bit. So we honestly, he doesn't even know what happened. So it's a mystery to this whole day that he's just been gone for that entire
The
night.
mystery of Tom in the fireball bottle.
Yeah, because he downed that whole thing probably within an hour and a half, 2 hours. And that was
Lord.
it was a big bottle, dude.
Dude, that bottle's going to be coming out of every orifice of his body. That's
Oh, well, he might have thrown up, but we don't know. We don't know where he was.
huge. Actually, you know what happened was he's not your friend anymore. He's actually just
Oh, he's been
Fireball itself
replaced?
now.
I
He's been
gotcha.
replaced by the Fireball bottle. That's the whole. If you drink a whole bottle of Fireball, you actually
You
get taken over by
transcend?
the.
Yeah.
You transcend into the
You reach a
Fireball
new
itself.
level of existence.
Yeah, that's why he was like a brand new person 4 hours later. He had to shed his old mortal skin.
Mm-hmm.
But since you brought up Taco Bell, I have a story. So I went to this. I don't even know. I was just going with some friends. We went to a party. I've never seen this place before. I was just like, I, I'll go, I guess. And so we all went. We all were drinking. I made some new friends. So yo, we should all go to Taco Bell. I'm kind of craving it.
Oh,
They're like,
yeah.
yeah, Taco Bell sounds good. Yeah, yeah. And
Taco
dude
Bell is
goes,
the best, like, drunken
dude,
food.
so good.
It all tastes the same, but that's
Replaced by
kind of great.
Pitbull. That is true. Ethan, Tom has been replaced by Pitbull.
Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide. Um,
Remember, when you're
so
going through tough times, he's been there. He's done that.
who? Mr. Worldwide?
Yeah.
Well,
And
when
every
you're
day
as wide
above
as the world,
ground's
you
a
gotta.
good day.
Dude, sometimes I wish he was just right here. His head right here. I could
Pitbull.
just smack the top of his head
Do you like the cut
and go,
of his?
Mr. Worldwide.
Do you like his cut?
Yeah.
I like it cut, G.
I wanna oil it up though, so it makes a cooler sound.
It might just make your hands slip.
What would you do if he was in your room right now? You turn around and there he is.
If
You're just
Pitbull
like this.
was in my room right now, I'd think he was like a cryptid. Maybe he is a cryptid.
Dude.
Honestly, I would freak out too. I'd be
What
scared.
is he
terrified.
doing right now though? That's does he even make music anymore? Mr. Worldwide?
I feel like at a certain point, people will just get past the point of like releasing original stuff. Like they still do, but
Yeah.
they end up getting more into, I feel like, writing for other artists. Because you could probably create music that like you personally wouldn't want to release for your brand, but it might be decent enough that other people could do it. Like I think
Okay.
other people have written stuff like a lot of what Justin Bieber's put out hasn't really been fully by him, right? There was one
Yeah,
that
has he been
he's
like
done.
having people featuring a lot and he's just the chorus while the people who are featuring are doing more of the like singing part?
Well, it kind of makes me think about kind of like how Pharrell Williams came out with that one song, like Cash and I think Cash Out, I think that's what it was called. And it had 21 Savage on it, and it also had Tyler the Creator, which Tyler the Creator, he's like, so good.
You love
And
Tyler?
I really do like him. I didn't like 21 Savage's verse on it, but it's a Pharrell Williams song, right? And Pharrell does not sing at all. He isn't in it. It's just like the music and it's 21 Savage, and then it goes to Tyler the Creator, and then it's done. I mean, he
Okay.
might be a little bit in it, but not enough for me to say that it's like him. But I'm like, he probably produced it, he probably mixed it, he probably did more of the stuff in it. So it is like
Yeah.
his song, but that's kind of where I'm getting to, where I feel like nowadays you do have these singular artists that do come out with stuff, but they're not always writing their own stuff. They're not
Yeah.
always doing stuff. Even Skrillex now, like his last songs and
I
most of
forgot
his
he
stuff.
was a being.
Yeah,
I forgot he was a dude.
Skrillex, I really like a lot of what he's doing now, but most of it's because he's collabing with other people. So you've got all these mixes of influences and things, and it's just
Like corn.
Yeah, that kind of
I,
stuff,
I
dude.
like I personally like the corn and Skrillex kind of stuff. I know it's not up everyone's alley, but I wasn't a big fan of just dubstep by itself. But when you add like
Hmm.
other artists with Skrillex, I I like most of the songs.
I always loved people who would argue that they were like, dubstep isn't that great. How are you gonna? You can't do stuff with dubstep. How are you supposed to even rap over dubstep or anything? You can't sing over it. And like, people have done it.
Yeah, people have done it.
Yeah.
There's also different like genres that have also done it. You
Hmm.
got like corn that does like rock, and then you got like I don't know who else he really works with, but I know like he's done with rappers and stuff.
Well, he's got his own like label, right? It's
Okay.
the or maybe it's not his, maybe it's like other people's, but he's part of it. I think it's Skrillex's label though.
Okay.
But what he does is he basically has a ton of people that are electronic music that are under that label. He'll
Yeah.
collab with them. Like he had, like I said, like he had a whole album that was just collab album. It was just collabs with tons of other people, and I think it's amazing. I think collabing is great when you get into the music space, especially after you've released album after album of solely like dubstep stuff.
Yeah.
You get to a
I'm
point
picking up what you're
where
putting down.
you want to make it fresh. That's why like I can't wait for this one song to come out. It's called Rumble, and it is like Skrillex and Fred again, and it's like oh, can't even. Just so good, man. I love it. But yeah, you were talking about a story, and I totally just diverged.
No, you good. I like going off into like random
Yeah.
tangents because
Oh,
it's just like, dude, if you ain't paying attention, we end up in a new conversation. You lose your
always.
place. Should have paid attention.
Yeah.
But then we always go back. So you miss one story and you get a different one. So like it's random, which is you know what? It shows that it's authentic and it's not
Of
scripted.
course. Yeah. We don't script
Uh,
shit. The
no, that's
Taco
too much
Bell. You
work.
guys went to Taco Bell?
Yeah, we went to Taco Bell. People got like the 24 pack.
Okay. Of like the tacos or burritos?
Yeah, well, yeah, tacos,
Hmm.
and I got my own stuff. I ate in the car because I was like, dude, I'm too hungry. People were waiting, and we went to a new guy's house, and this dude's girlfriend drops the box of hard shells,
Oh no.
and so we get up. Most of them are pretty okay. Like
Okay.
uh, Taco Bell is like 24 packs, pretty much garbage anyways. Because if you
Yeah.
don't eat it right off rip, they're going to be soggy and gross, and people are like, "This is why Taco Bell is bad."
No,
It's
you
like,
gotta
what
eat
do you
it
expect?
fresh.
Yeah,
Like a
and
crunch
but
wrap. If you don't eat a crunch wrap fresh,
it's gonna
that
be
crunch isn't
ass.
there.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be wrap
Hmm.
with sogginess. But this dude, oh my god, I was like, dude, you're being a weenie. He starts screaming and yelling at his girlfriend. Well, not like actually screaming and yelling. They were just arguing. He's like, "How am I supposed to eat this? These are broken. Like these aren't even tacos anymore." I was like, "Dude, make a taco salad."
Yeah, taco
He goes,
salads are great.
"Ew, no, that's for those. Ew, no, those are for losers." I was just like, "Dude, taco salads are good."
Taco
He's like,
salads are good.
I'm not going to eat these." I was just like, "Oh, okay, I'll eat them." He goes, "Go ahead." I just made taco salad and I
Yeah,
just ate it. Just like, dude, free food's free food. You
yeah.
paid for it, and you're just gonna whine and complain. And it's just like, dude, I'm sitting here just. Hmm.
I think I understand like both sides of it though, because I'm like, if you're like expecting one kind of experience from something, and it gets ruined, it can be upsetting and annoying. I get that, but I also think like if you've already been drinking and are kind of drunk, food is food.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
here's the thing. Here's my thing. It wouldn't like I would be more understanding if it wasn't Taco Bell. It's Taco Bell.
yeah,
It's just like half their tacos are already destroyed because this is how like you got the employees are going. All right, taco shell. Oh my god, you have meat in
they're
there. You have salad. Oh,
manhandling it. Yeah,
yeah, like they just whip it around like it's nothing. So it's just like they could have been broken beforehand. It's not like she whipped it on the ground. She's holding it like this, and she dropped it.
yeah.
So it's just like I don't know. It's Taco Bell. Like it's not like it's Chef Ramsay's taco. You're just like it's absolutely ruined. I spent like $100 on this one taco. It's like that. I understand.
Dude,
Taco Bell, man.
what have you ever been blackout drunk?
I mean, I've had times where like I remember one time I was at Darren's house
Mm-hmm.
and I could not like control my head. I was like this. And I don't remember being like an annoying asshole, but they're like, Noah, you were so obnoxious. You couldn't keep your head up.
Sleeping James always fell asleep. Not me. Other
I've
James.
greened out.
Greened out? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Luckily, I've never greened out, which I'm happy
Oh my
about.
god, it's ass.
But I have browned out quite a bit. A bit. That's like where you're. That's at
Where
least
you
that's what I
poop
call
yourself.
it. Yeah. No.
The brown note.
No. No. So basically, I feel like what I call browning out, because if you have a brownout at your apartment or your
Wait, hold on.
place,
Brown out. So blackout is when you're drunk, right?
well, so
Blackout drunk. You just say,
blackout is when you don't remember it. It's like imagine it's
okay.
like lights, right? So if you have a blackout, you have no electricity.
You don't see anything.
There's nothing,
You're
right?
just like,
A brownout is like when it kind of like gets dimmer, or maybe it goes out
okay.
for a second then comes back. And so that's kind of what I imagine. Where I feel like brownouting is more like
Okay.
when you're
Where it's
drinking
kind of
enough
like,
and you blur and everything's kind of blurred here.
okay.
You have core memories of like, yes, I remember this happening. I was present, but then like the alcohol takes over, and for the next like 30 minutes it's just a blur, but you didn't black out. Like you remember what happened. It's just blurry.
Yeah. See, I've been pretty good with alcohol. I've never really gotten too far when it comes to other substances, aka uh,
The Mary J. I mean,
the
it's
Mary Jane, the Devil's Lettuce.
devil's lettuce.
Dude,
It is legal in New York, so
I got some good stories on that, like how I thought I was having a heart attack, or how I thought I was gonna have a seizure and
dude.
stuff like that. The heart attack one's funny. I think you like the heart attack one.
Okay.
It was
Yeah.
it was me and my roommate. We're sitting on our porch. It's like
Mhm.
1 in the morning. All right, and it's like middle of summer, so like you got mosquitoes, you got fireflies. It's not too hot out at the time, so we're sitting out on the porch, and I'm sitting there. And I was like, "What is that noise?" Like we were sitting there for like 15 minutes just listening because
Okay.
the and across our street is just woods. Well, not just woods. It's like a little swampy area, then train
Yeah.
track.
Yeah.
So me and him are just sitting there, and 15 minutes go by, and I just hear this clicking noise. I'm looking around. I was
Oh
like, "What is that
jeez.
noise?" I look up, and I hear it like blow, like under me. So I look down. I'm looking around, and then I hear it above me. I was just like, "What is going on?" And like I'm feeling my heart like right here, and I'm just like, oh my god, I feel it. Am I having a heart attack? And I looked at my roommate, and I'm just like, yo, Hunter, dude, do you hear that noise, or am I about to die? And he goes, what are you talking about, dude? I was like, dude, shut up and listen. So he's sitting there, and I was like, do you hear that clicking noise? And it stops. I'm like, dude, am I going nuts? He goes, dude, I don't hear anything. And then we start talking, and I hear it again, and I feel it. So this is where it starts to get. This is where I start panicking because I'm like,
Okay.
dude, I feel it. I was like, dude, shut up and listen. And he's like, okay, I hear it. So, dude, literally 5 minutes of us looking up and down, and I'm like, dude, I feel it. Something's wrong with me, and I start to have like a mini panic attack. So I'm like, I'm touching my belly. I'm just like, oh my god. And I grab the middle of my chest like I'm Tony Stark,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, I feel something. I'm like, what is that? And I grab my shirt, and there's a little firefly making clicking noises on my chest for like 15 minutes. Dude, I was freaking out. And oh my god, it was the scariest thing ever because I was just like, dude, what is that? And I started having like, I've never freaked out so bad like that before.
Dude,
All because
I
of a bug on my chest.
I have had some existential crises when I've been really messed up. So
Yeah.
there's a party that I went to with some of my friends, for a little bit. They were really chill, but great. Oh, actually, at this like party thing, I come in and I used to describe myself as the party, just because like somebody said it once at a party, and I'm like, I'm the party. So I ended up going there, and I was like, well, what do you guys have for like drinks and stuff? They're like, oh, well, we don't really have that much stuff. I'm like, okay, I'll pick some up on the way. So I come rolling up, right? And I pull up, and then I get out of the car, and I'm holding two 30 packs, like two 30 packs of Coors Light or some dumb shit like that. And then when
Yeah.
I come up, they were like, "Holy shit, the party's here!" And I'm like, "Hell yeah!" I was so excited. And at this party, we were drinking, we were smoking. It was like a great time. But they had a pool out back, right? And it was one of those
Yeah.
above ground pools that's kind of like tin, right? So these people were like going into the pool and stuff, and some people were like, "Oh, we shouldn't do that because we've been drinking; it'll be dangerous." But we're like, for a little bit, whatever.
Going in the pool?
Yeah. So I mean, like going in the pool when you're drinking isn't like the best idea if everybody's drinking, just because what if somebody starts like drowning or there's some issues like you don't want everybody to throw up in the pool.
Is
First
it
off, you don't want
okay?
everybody to
That
like
makes sense.
you don't want that. You
I've
don't want people to drown.
never had like I remember one time I went swimming drunk, dude. I felt like a dolphin. The only thing that sucked was I was just like, oh shit, I forgot I gotta breathe, so I gotta like swim
Exactly.
back up to the. I was like in a stream, a really deep one, so like I love the water, so
Hmm.
I'm crawling around on the bottom looking for a fish. I was like, oh, I gotta breathe, so I just like shoot back up, but
But
at the
think
same
about
time,
it. You could
like
get disoriented down there if you're drunk. You could
I open
forget
my
that you
eyes
need to
underwater because I'm a
breathe.
monster. I open my eyes up in every pool of water, any sort of water I go into, because I'm a
I can't
freaking creature.
do that, dude. Oh, you know
Dude,
how
I
your
love
eyes
swimming.
burn when you're like in a public pool or something? And you get water
Yeah,
in them? Yeah, I've
probably
heard
from all the pee.
that's what I've heard. I've heard like a rumor that it isn't
That was a
from the
joke.
chemicals,
Okay,
that it's actually the reaction of the like the pee and
all
stuff
the
in the
pee pee.
water. Yeah. I
Dude,
don't
I
know
don't
if it's
swim in
true.
public pools. I will say that now. I
Okay.
hate public pools. They're disgusting. Like all the start, I used to have a bunch of friends
What
who
about water
worked at
parks?
like water parks. Different because one, there it's
That
not just
is,
a
it's the
it's not just a
most
pool you swim in.
public pool there is.
Hey! Listen to me. Listen. I go for slides. All right. I don't just chill in the water. I
Oh,
just
okay.
slide and then get out.
But the wave pool is great, dude. I love the wave pool.
The wave pool's always filled. Last time I was in a wave pool, I was a
The
younger
swimmers.
kid, and I remember one time this was the most embarrassing thing I've ever done at a water park. But my grandma had the same exact bathing suit as this other old lady. So
Oh,
like I thought I was swimming in front of my grandma and a wave knocked me back. And dude, like so here's her
dude,
legs,
did you
alright?
take out a random old lady?
No. It's even weirder, alright? So here's her
Okay.
legs and here's me. I'm getting pushed up against this woman's legs. As the waves keep pushing me, I'm like going like this. I'm wrapped around this person's legs. And like I look up for a second, like out of the water, and I
Yeah.
just see her bathing suit. So I'm just like, oh, that's my grandma. I got no problem to worry about. And then like after the waves die down, I like stand up and I go, that's not my grandma. And I just I just walk away. I go into the deeper section of the pool.
That's funny. Yeah, Ethan was saying you won't go in a public pool, but you'll swim in a stream. I feel like streams
Yeah,
are
dude.
worse than.
No. Here's the thing. With stream, it's all natural. All right,
Look
this
at
is
get
where
all
we
the
belong.
fish piss, dude. The fish piss and
Oh,
shit.
that's nothing. I'm not gonna get AIDS from a fish.
You're not gonna get
All right,
AIDS from a public pool, dude.
dude. What if someone was bleeding in that pool right next to me and I engulfed it on accident?
Why would you? I don't. I
Yeah,
also. I
exactly.
don't think. I don't think it happens where ingesting it would do anything. I don't know though. I don't know the logistics of catching that, but
I
it's.
don't either.
It is what
But
it is.
the thing is with streams, all right. Streams, you can you could drink the water, all right. I've never gotten sick from swimming in a stream. I've gotten sick swimming in a pool.
Can you drink the water though? Isn't
I
there
mean, I've
some
done it.
streams you're not supposed to?
I don't know.
There's like
I
a.
I well, here's the thing. I know you have a when you drink water from a stream, it's moving water, so it's a lot cleaner than still water.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
swim in I don't swim in ponds or anything because last time I did that, I got a leech on me and I freaked out.
Ooh, no, yeah, yeah. I don't like swimming like in general because I don't like the things that are in it. So I normally will only do like public pools or private pools or like a water
Which
park.
which I totally understand. I mean, I used to have a huge fear of like swimming in really deep water and like an open Is it
Don't
a
like it.
lake?
Yeah.
Like, is that what you could like a big like body of water that's not the
There was
ocean?
in Boy Scout camp when I went one year, there was like this swimming merit badge, and in order to get it, you would have to swim from like one side of the lake to the other side and then back. And it
See, that
wasn't
sounds
that bad.
scary.
It wasn't
That
that
sounds
bad.
scary.
They
I'll say
always
that.
have like a boat that's going alongside you to like help out in case something happens. My issue with it was that yes, this was like a man-made lake and everything, but when you got to a certain point in the lake, it just drops down. Like it was
Oh yeah,
massive, and there was these
it's
rumors of a thing living in there. And I was like,
dude. That's the
oh,
scary part. Because that's the scary part. Because water is strange compared to like land. Because a lot of like things can live in the water, and like
oh
there's a
yeah,
lot more things in the water than there's land.
yeah.
Actually, no, I might have that wrong because I don't know. Bugs also live. I don't know how this shit works.
There's
I
a
thought
lot more scary things, in my opinion, that live in the water.
in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also like the water's scarier because you can't see. We aren't adapted to the water. We are adapted to the land. Mostly, like we're still pretty good in the water. Just there's some things, a lot of things that are a lot better that can also be on land and water.
Dude.
Like we are very we can adapt to our surroundings very well, but water is one of the hard
Mm-hmm.
ones.
Well, because we can't breathe in it.
Yeah. So
Ethan's said that his old hometown used to have a whole town under the lake. The cemetery they had would erode, and the bodies. What the fuck?
that's spooky.
Dude, can you imagine just going out with your boys and you're like, we're just gonna
Yo,
swim, and then suddenly there's
zombie.
like a fucking dead body just floating next to you.
That'd be absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
Because one, you know, they're probably pretty like not trying to be insensitive, decayed and like
Oh
zombie
yeah.
looking.
Yeah.
Uh, Two, who wants to find a dead body in the water they're floating? I mean,
Nobody.
they're swimming in, right?
A whole
Like,
town though. Think about that. A whole town.
I mean, that's actually really common. Like a whole like an old town being
Really?
underwater and stuff. Yeah, I remember like I used to watch YouTube videos of people like diving and stuff, and these people would just go to towns across the like country, and they would go to towns that were like under like half submerged in the water or
Hmm.
mostly submerged. Like the roofs are still sticking out, but they could swim, and fish would be swimming in and out of windows, and
Jeez.
the doors would be open, dude.
That's
It's
crazy.
spooky.
It
It's really spooky.
is that more like just where it was built was under like the water level, so then when it rained a lot and started flooding, it just slowly
Yeah,
filled up?
at least some of the things I've seen, yes.
Because I feel like
Because like that wasn't like salt water or anything.
it'd be crazy if like there was a town and then suddenly the whole land just kind of started sinking.
Yeah, it's that
Like
makes
what
me
is
think
that?
of
Venice? Yours was
okay, his was
man-made.
man-made.
Wait, so was it like my question now for the old town? Of course, the old town was man-made, but like, it was cheaper to flood it. Okay, okay. So it was basically just like a little place in a valley, and they said, let's make it a
Instead of
lake.
destroying it, we'll just
Huh?
drown it.
That's
I
interesting.
mean, that's it. I was just about to say that is interesting.
Yeah, never knew they would do
Which,
that.
yeah, honestly, I mean, all right, this is making me think of nature.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've been doing some research on Chernobyl. All right,
Okay, yeah.
and recently they have been spotting wolves that they haven't seen in a
Mm-hmm.
very long time.
Yeah.
So like it's weird to think about how like from our destruction and like our us abandoning things, just leaving it behind,
Mm-hmm.
destroying it or whatever, nature just like after a couple years just like
Oh,
engulfs it and takes it back. It's
been
so
what,
interesting.
decades now? Been a
Yeah, but
while.
things were like living there
Mm-hmm.
like a couple years after that happened. I know they were getting like mutated and stuff,
Yeah.
but just nature's been taking it back and things have been going like in the right direction for
If
Chernobyl,
I
which is
if I
really
remember correctly, when I was like reading up on it and heard some stuff about it, it was something along the lines of it was actually getting back to normal levels faster than
yeah.
they predicted, which I think is
That like
kind of amazing.
yeah, no, dude, nature. I love nature. Like me as a human being. Like if I was, I'm
But
gonna
you
bring it to
think the
D&D
human
because I love
body
D&D.
is gross.
I do think the human body's gross, but nature. But that's also because now see now you make me think. But
Yeah.
the thing is the not like when you don't look deep into nature. All right,
Hmm.
how about that?
Okay.
Like the
On the
grand
surface
scale of
level,
things.
yeah.
Yes, like nature. It's like if you were to zoom out and you were just to be like, oh wow, nature looks a lot cooler than like the city. Oh yeah,
Oh
nature's
yeah.
beautiful. Look at all the pretty colors or this and that. Oh wow, look at that rabbit. It looks so peaceful. And then you go to like the cities and you're just like, ugh, that's
Cities
a
are kind
rat
of
carrying a
gross.
pizza.
Yeah.
that's,
I like the
that's a
Pizza
rat.
Rat though. Pizza Rat is
I mean,
great.
it is funny, but like dude, like if I was to choose one place, I'm gonna choose the woods. I like the
What
woods.
about
It's very
suburbs,
peaceful.
dude? I always like the
Like
suburbs
half
because
and
it's an in
half.
between. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean I like that too. It's just like my dream getaway place is like a cabin in the woods. Like it's very nice. Like my
Where
buddy, he has
you
like
get trapped and then sacrificed to the old gods. Cabin in the woods.
dude, I'm actually like a ghost because
Oh
I've been
shit.
sacrificed up at a cabin and I'm actually not real.
I
Is there a way to
do
make me
I
invisible on
do
here?
like there's a way to make you invisible. I do
Are you
like the
sure?
idea of like a camping getaway. What where are you? Where'd you go?
Dude, this is actually heaven. I'm coming from another
That's heaven. Fuck.
yeah, I know, it's not that worth it.
Yeah, send me to hell.
Dude, I didn't even know you could do this on
On
I literally
Discord?
did not yeah, I
Well,
thought this was all stuff you had to pay for.
you got to think about it, right? Is that if it's a company that's competing with another company to do stuff like Zoom, 'cause Zoom always had this stuff, right? So if they have to compete with Zoom as a video chat platform, they're going to
Okay,
introduce these things, right, for free.
I go back to normal now. I
But yeah,
I
so
was also abducted by Pitbull.
I do
That's
like the idea of going away to a cabin in the woods and stuff, but I want it to be like I like camping, but it has to be something where that's the getaway, right? I think if I lived
yeah.
out there every day, I would get sick of it. I think if I lived
I mean,
anywhere every day, I kind of get sick of it. Like even the suburbs, I like the suburbs,
yeah.
but I'm kind of like I don't want to be in a city, dude. I kind of love the fact that you can go outside and something new is always happening. There's always people walking around. There's always like something crazy, you know?
Which I also understand that, but like, dude, I think the city. If you think about it, all right,
Hmm.
I'm gonna get real here for a second. This is my opinion. I am a very loving person, but if you think about it,
You don't like people.
humans on the Earth are kind of like a disease.
Oh yeah.
Uh, we're just like cities. If you think about it, are just giant tumors on the world's body, and we're just very like ever expanding. Just this destruction, destructive force. But then when we mess up and destroy our surroundings and leave it behind, nature just comes back and
Yeah.
heals it, almost like a wound healing over time.
Yeah.
Which is why the Chernobyl thing is really interesting to me because it's just like
Oh yeah.
it's kind of like you get cut somewhere real bad. You don't really mess with it. You leave it alone, and then your body just kind of naturally heals it, just like the world heals itself.
I mean, there is this what do you call it? Like this ideology that the world is a living thing. In general, like the whole thing of the world is living, right? And
Yeah,
that like we are slowly killing it. I mean, so like here's the thing, right? You know the whole like ozone layer thing?
yeah,
Through the stuff we put in place to reduce our emissions, to do all this stuff, the ozone has like been healing. Like
it has been healing.
yeah, That's why we haven't really heard about it. And the one thing that you got to look into, there was actually like these because some people were talking about like, oh, we couldn't possibly do this to reverse climate change. We couldn't possibly do this. But if you look at the data of the whole ozone stuff and what we put in place for the car manufacturers and telling them like, hey, you have to have a more fuel efficient car with less emissions, stuff like that, right? Like
Yeah,
it ended up it's like what is it? There's some saying it goes along the lines of like necessity breeds innovation, right? So the idea is like if you say this is necessary, right? People will come up with ways and figure stuff out because they're like, well, we have to do it. It has to
yeah,
happen. So like they innovate, they do new things, and you could see that sure in the beginning like there wasn't that great of like progress, but then it just shoots
yeah,
up. Like there's crazy good progress. We have cars with such better gas mileage, way lower emissions, and most of like the production facilities and like factories and stuff have really reduced a lot of the stuff that they were emitting, and it
yeah,
helped out. So with climate change, like all we have to do is figure out, put laws in place, put fines in place, and say like, look, you can't do it, can't be in business, that kind of stuff.
yeah. Which I think if humans just put their mind to more logical things instead of emotional,
Hmm.
because I think you know the seven sins, right?
Yeah,
I think the
I
seven
watched
sins.
I watched Brotherhood, you know, from the
Yeah,
Alchemist.
okay.
I know
I
the
mean
scene.
that's a good way to like picture it
Yeah,
because like they're just emotions. They're just greed. Like they're just humans' natural emotions. I
yeah,
feel greed is like I don't know anyone in this world who isn't about money, money, money. So it's just like I need more money, 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 money.
that's me.
But there's
Gimme,
people
gimme.
who are just at the top who I feel are a little greedy. But when we put our minds to it and we start thinking logically instead of just going like, "Oh, I need more money, I need more this," and they start going, "Well, we need to do this to make things better, to do this and do that." Which once we start thinking more logically and not just about ourselves and more emotionally, I think we start to do a lot better. But also at the same time, emotions are also very helpful,
Yeah.
but they can also be a hindrance. Same with being logical. I think a good
Hmm.
mixture would be nice, but I think right now we're very emotional, especially
Yeah,
now.
because I think the main thing is like logically, if people looked at it and they thought, look, this person is a billionaire, they couldn't possibly spend $1 billion in their
Yeah,
lifetime or even their two, three, four, five lifetimes, things like that. You couldn't possibly do
yeah,
all that. Logically, I would say then it doesn't need to be like they don't really need it. Like we should tax them and stuff. But then people get emotional about it because
exactly.
they're like, well, like if I made that much money, I would have worked hard. And it's just more like it's one of those things where most people looking at it from the perspective of these guys worked hard for their money, they have it in their mind that one day they'll be there. And that's kind of
Yeah,
where it is. Like, because they're tying it to their own emotional thought of, like, I'll be a millionaire, I'll be a billionaire one day. When it's like, most realistically, you're probably not.
money is such a human thing.
Yeah.
If we just stopped worrying about it for just the like, let's say money becomes like not as important for a year. I think that could help us in a good way. There still be some bad things, just to everything.
Yeah.
But I really wanna see what it'd be like if money wasn't as important, because everyone who like rules has money,
Yeah.
and that's their whole thing. Is like I'm rich. We can like I can do what I want. I can get what I want, and it just seems like people have money. They get corrupted by it, and they just do these very bad things. So if we
Absolute
just got rid of
power
money,
corrupts absolute.
yeah.
Ethan
So
has a
it's just
good
like
question, though. If you had access to Bezos' vault, like Jeff Bezos, all of his money,
yeah.
what would you buy? What crazy
He says
thing?
crazy thing.
Yeah, I guess you gotta be
Am I
crazy.
should all right? How about this? One selfish thing and one
Bugatti.
good thing.
Buy Bugatti.
Oh, what
Dude, that's
color is
like
your
what,
Bugatti?
$5 million? Insane.
Who? Jeff?
Bugattis.
Oh, I don't like him. I know we talked about this with
Really?
someone else. in a stream, but I don't like Bugattis. I don't like fancy cars. Not gonna lie.
There's something in me that likes the idea of being the center of attention. Like driving around in a super fancy car and people looking and being like, damn, wish I had that car. That's what I like.
Ugh.
I want people to want to be me, you know?
I don't. Like the thing is, all right, we're gonna answer Ethan's question.
Yeah.
I go off into something else because I like talking about
what crazy thing?
What crazy thing? Does it have to be real?
I'm gonna say yeah. Like you can't
Okay.
just say like I buy a cloning machine. Oh,
Here's the thing, all right?
Yeah.
They say the 1%, the rich, are like 20 years in the future with
Like
technology.
technology and stuff, yeah.
So, I don't know. Dinosaurs could be real.
What do you mean? You mean like Jurassic Park shit?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You'd buy a dinosaur?
No, I think honestly, I'd try to buy like some crazy like technology, like gaming technology. Like, there's got to be something super
there's
weird
like
out there. That's
this crazy big like curved screen shit. I would personally love to have what I would probably want to do with it is want to come out with like just have a whole gaming space where it's all like VR. So then I'm sitting there like this giant room of like VR.
Dude, like in American Dad, they had an episode where they all sat in like a white room. Oh, dude.
I think that would be the craziest thing that I would buy. That or an island. Dude, imagine this. You have so much money, you just buy an island and you just build something on it. Like, it becomes this cool place to go hang out with your buddies.
Which,
you
like,
have parties, you have festivals, you have concerts.
Would be
like,
sick.
Oh.
What's one good thing you do with the money?
Good thing? I would make sure
Yeah,
that
what's
all
something
my
you think
friends and family were all taken care of. Like, no more debt for any of them. They could go to whatever college they want. Never have to worry about what job they want to do. Like, I personally, if I had enough money, I would want to make sure as many people I know that, like, are very close to me never really have to worry about what they have to do for money. Like, don't have to work.
that's
that
a good
kind of
one.
stuff. Because I think I want people to chase their passions, right? And I think that's something
100%.
that people should do. Like, nobody should sit there and say, yeah, I want to make art, but I can't afford to. Because I can't afford the materials or the time it would take or any of that. Like, I want people to pursue their dreams. Because I think too many people nowadays, like including me, we get to the point where we have to take a job that we hate, that we don't want to do, and we have to work longer than we want just so that we have a little bit of money so that we can survive.
I totally agree.
And, like, play and do whatever we want. Just the little tiny bits of free time. The weekend.
Yeah, I agree.
Like,
that's the thing. That's the thing that sucks because you know, like, people are like, oh, you should go to, like, here for me, for example. I personally really want to do anything filming, like short films or videos or anything like that. But here's the thing: to do that, you need a good amount of free time and good money, because if you want to make things look good, you obviously need the top, like, not top quality, but like semi good stuff, like a good camera. I don't have my phone's from like 2017, 2019.
I'll be honest. Lately, like, with the quality of like videos and stuff, a lot of the stuff is going up. Like, technology is advancing and it's getting cheaper. So it's really more about, like, sure, maybe you have to drop $500 on a really decent camera, but like, to me, $500 to enter into that stuff is nowhere near as much as it.
That is true. Just like the VR stuff.
Yeah,
the VR stuff used to be like $1,500.
I spent $700 on my stuff when I got it.
I spent
was
$300
years ago. Yeah, so it's like it went $1,500 to $700, and then like 3-4 years later, it's like half the price.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And it's wireless, dude. Like with the Quest and stuff. Like, mine is wired. It's a Vive. Like,
true. Mine is wireless.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
And you can just run
Yeah.
it, dude. It's like all self-contained. For mine, I have to have a beefy enough computer that I can actually run it.
I mean, to do mods and stuff, I need a beefy computer because I just got into like the modding of it because I got a Blade and Sorcery,
Okay.
and oh my god, dude, it is so buggy. It's not even buggy. It's so laggy for on my thing on my
Um.
Oculus. So like I can probably like slice down two people, and then like my character will move in one direction all the way to the wall, and then we'll get hit 3 times by the next things that spawn. I'm just like, I can't even have fun with the new weapons I got. I've been playing that game
Mhm.
for like a year now with the same like 20 weapons, and I finally got like a samurai sword, and it goes,
Ooh.
and I'm just like, oh my god, I
And I
just want to
think,
use a new weapon.
and I think that's. Oh. Why do I have two? Okay, I really need to fix my things. Welcome to the Sad Boy Club. Hey there,
Heather Brown.
Heather Brown. I'm good. How are you? We're just chilling, talking about what we would buy if we had Jeff Bezos' money. Talking about VR. I think that's why I would like a big giant VR room, right? Because
I
I
changed
think
my mind
okay,
after you done. You go.
okay. I was gonna
I
say
just wanted to say I changed my mind.
I like the idea of being in a VR space that we can walk around, right? Because like I
True.
don't like necessarily the controls. How's
Oh,
your
we
day?
got
What
a
are your
question.
favorite games?
VR games or just games in general?
Yeah, that's well. How about this? Let's do both, right? What's
Okay.
your
Okay.
favorite VR games? No,
My favorite VR game right
top.
now.
Let's say top three.
Top three.
Yeah.
Blade and Sorcery number one. I just
Okay.
feel so badass in that game. Number two is Super Hot. Super Hot is
Ooh,
really
I
cool. I
need to
like the
play
going in
Super
slow
Hot.
motion. And number three. Um,
Born.
okay, Gorn. But I think Blade and Sorcery is just better because it looks more realistic, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
But number three, it was this really old one that I had on PS4. It was like this dinosaur game where you had a baby T Rex as your friend. I don't remember what it was called.
Oh, yeah, I heard that. We're both from New York, New York State. We're just gonna leave it at that.
Good old New York.
New York
Uh,
State, East Coast, baby. I think for VR, my top three. So there's a game called Electronauts, and it's basically like you are a space DJ, I guess. They have a ton of stuff on there, and you can take you can basically sequence different parts of the song. You can play different bits. It'll like cut out. You can
okay.
turn on the sounds, and you even have these little like grenade things that you throw out, and it makes little noises. So there's like some that sound like a thing.
That sounds
It's
interesting.
so it's so much fun. I love making the music. How's your stream? Stream's going good, going fine. Better that you're here.
I was just about to say that. You took it from me.
Great minds think alike. No, so
Yeah.
there's like Electronauts, which I really like. I really loved VR chat for a while. I liked
Okay.
it when there was the peak. I think with the less amount of people nowadays, it hasn't been as good, but it's it's it was better back in the day, but it's still okay.
Uh-oh.
And then we have Beat Saber. I think Beat Saber is a really good one.
Beat Saber is fun.
Yeah.
Heather Brown got a question.
What do you want to ask?
Favorite game now? Just games in general. Three. We'll do three.
Okay.
You go first this time. I went first with the VR games. But we'll also wait for Heather Brown.
Well, I was
So
trying to think of what my favorite game would be. Like, what game have I played a ton of and keep going back to?
I got one.
Uh,
I got one.
we actually don't need. Uh, I actually don't need any designs right now. I do appreciate the offer, but we're pretty good where we are. And Ethan actually right now, Ethan and I are kind of like co-authors, I guess. More Ethan than me of designing the logos and stuff. So we're pretty good. I've delegated him to being our what's it called? Graphic designer. He makes all the thumbnails on YouTube and everything. He does a great job.
I
I need to
agree.
give him a raise is what I need to do.
He is really good at it.
He is. He's gotten tons better in a very short amount of time, and it's insane.
True.
He already did really great, and then it just keeps surprising me with how good it is. Yeah, I do. I really do. I need to give you.
I feel like a turd compared to you two, though. That's my.
No. We're gonna get you. I have a copy of some editing software that I can get you, and we can try to get that set up. It's just a matter of logistics, right? It's a matter of us having free time at the same time. Me maybe going over there, getting it set up, showing you how to do certain things. Like it's all about that. But that's no big deal.
Because editing's a pretty good skill to have. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Because I'm jealous.
We'll get you set up because once we get that editing software too, like you were saying, with your video stuff, you could always start doing little things like that, testing out different things, doing different stuff, different edits. Yeah, you're a good face.
Well, I appreciate that.
You got a good face.
Crack.
I like the energy.
That crack energy.
You got that crackhead energy, yeah. Nightmare. It's great.
I try to be. I mean, I lack in the technical stuff, but I'm pretty good charismatic boy. I do
like the charisma. Very good. You would have, I want to say, at least a 16 charisma. And I say 16 because I'm not going to go 18 because you still have...
18's like almost close to God. Dude.
Yeah, you need confidence. Like more confidence than you have.
That's a fact.
We got to get that confidence.
That's a fact.
Up there. Yeah. And then you'll be closer to 18, you know? And then you're going to be walking around in a suit just like, hey. You're going to be walking with a monocle suit. Dude, walking down with a woman on each arm. That's what you're going to be. Just like that wedding, dude.
Dude, that was epic. I don't get the show.
Oh, yeah. Since he's not here every day, that's the thing, right? If you're here all the time, that's all we need.
That is true. I mean, there's times where I can't make it. I don't think I've ever missed. Oh, I did miss one.
Just one, but that was an ear infection, dude. So no big deal. Yeah, dude, you're fine. I understand it.
That shit was ass.
You could have popped in on your phone and you're like laying on the side and you're just like, "Hey guys."
True.
What's up?
I don't know. My girlfriend. You guys would have saw her.
You have a girlfriend?
No.
Oh.
No.
For a second, I was gonna say like. This is news to me. I'm excited, and now I'm sad.
Yeah, I do that. Sorry.
Yeah.
Dude, now I miss Heather Brown. Sorry.
No, it's chill. So favorite games, right? So, I guess I'm just gonna list off some of the great games that I liked. Some of my favorite games, not necessarily like the top ones that I've ever played or anything, but I really like Champions of Norath, which was a PS2 game. Very fun. It's RPG stuff. And you basically get to pick your race, and each race has different stuff and like class and stuff, I think. I think the racing class might be combined. Don't know. Battle for Middle-earth. Battle for Middle-earth was another great one.
Is that the like Battlefront 2 Lord of the Rings?
No. Battle for Middle-earth is the RTS.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I remember us talking about that, where you can have a Balrog show up and you can
Yep. We went over all of this stuff, yeah. And then SSX Tricky is another good one. So those are the top three, I guess, but not really. Well, do you have any like regular games that you would say top three? Then we can move back into some other stuff.
Mine that I always go back to is Evolve, just because I love giant monsters. I don't know if you ever played that.
I have seen it.
A couple years ago.
My buddy had like a code for it, and they were all playing it, but like I never got into it because.
Which it's not everyone's cup of tea. I just love giant monsters.
I love the concept of it, but the whole thing about queues and then people getting into stuff.
Which I understand. I think Bloodborne. I love it. Like I said, giant monsters, but
oh yeah, Bloodborne's great.
It was just a really good game. The design, it's like my favorite atmosphere in any type of game ever. And like I can go back and never get bored. Right. Even like Giant Pig.
Number 3.
Gary's mod. Gary's mod is absolutely great.
I've played a little bit of Trouble in Terrorist Town, stuff like that.
That's so funny. Prop hunt is hilarious.
Okay, let's shift it back. Let's get back into the story. I actually never finished my story from earlier.
What was it?
Well, because you remember when I show up at this place, right? with two 30-packs. They're like,
Oh
oh,
yeah,
the
yeah.
party's here, right? So we're sitting there. There's a pool, and it's like we have that tin side, and this one of the guys ends up running and going to
Okay.
jump over it. Dude, he like slips on the grass, and both of his knees
Uh-oh.
just slam into the side of the thing. And when I tell you, it went from being
Oh.
like a normal thing to like crunched in. Like it was bad. We
Oh.
were kind of freaking out, and then somebody had to get in and like try to push the wall of it to like make it look better. But yeah, we were getting very drunk and just really messed up. And then he had out of his parents' like bedroom. It was on the second floor, but it opened up onto like the roof. There was a little area that was almost like a patio area on the roof, and then the actual like eave of the roof kind of thing. So we're all just sitting up there in a line on the top of this roof, like drinking, smoking, having a great time. And then as I'm sitting up there, I just look up into the sky, right? And I see all the
Man,
stars and the black.
dude,
And then,
stargazing is amazing.
oh, it was great until I realized that all that black, just empty space. And I
Oh, you had an
realized
existential
I had an
crisis?
existential crisis while I'm sitting there looking up at the stars. And I'm like,
Oh my
oh
god,
God.
you
I'm
gotta
like,
love it.
dude, I felt so small because we are
Yep.
tiny, and like I don't
We
even
are.
want to think about it
Hey,
right now.
there's things even tinier than us though. Just think
Yeah,
about that.
but they don't have the brain power to conceptualize.
We don't know that.
I I know that. I know that.
Oh,
But yeah, I don't think they
he's
have
God.
the to an ant.
It's Mr. Worldwide.
I'm
We're
Mr.
bringing it back full circle.
Yeah. Dude, Mr. Have you seen those memes of
Mr. Worldwide.
well, cuz it's like I've seen a ton of TikToks where the meme is that something terrible will be happening. Like they'll be saying me when I'm crying or remembering that my whole house went up in flames while I was like in it or something, and then it goes, but then I remember that Pitbull has been there and done that. And then it's playing that song where it's like, this is for all the people going through hard times. Remember, been there,
No,
done
I've
that.
never seen that.
It's
I've
so
never seen
good.
that.
So good.
See-
'Cause then he just starts dancing when there's something terrible that happened, and it's all because Pitbull's been there.
I have not seen that, but I have been seeing where it's just like, oh, when you're in a plane crash and the plane's about to hit the ground, so you jump out last second, should not take any of the impact
Oh
or the
yeah,
fall, and
yeah.
he's just like, yeah, we got this, and he just starts like grittying. It's like, oh my god. I mean, it's funny.
Yeah.
I love it. It's hilarious. But that's Pitbull energy. I'm telling you,
Pitbull's just something else.
dude. I bet
He,
he's
he
gritty
is a
right now.
cryptid.
Holy shit! Oh,
What?
I
Dude,
thought Pitbull was in my room. 'Cause
I'm
he's
gonna.
been everywhere.
We should order a Pitbull cutout and just have it behind you.
do that. How do you get cutouts?
I'm
I
assuming
honestly-
you just go online and order. Maybe I could just put it behind me.
Dude, you get Mr. I need a Sasquatch one. You know this for a fact.
Yeah, I still think we should get some. Like, we should rearrange.
I need
your
to start
room, dude.
streaming again, but I just.
Dude, send me like a drawing of the layout of your room and what's where, and then I'll send you a layout of what I think you should. How about that?
You should. One of these days, you have to come over and check it out.
Yeah. I mean, I
Because,
could come over at some point and try to help you out. Move stuff around.
See, the thing
I'm
is,
a
you work
strong
weekends in this
man.
ass.
Dude, just start working weekends with me. Like, it's not bad.
Dude, then I lose D&D time. Come on.
I know, and I'm sad about that too because I wanted to do D&D more, and I can't say no to it though. Like the shift differential is great, and I don't want to work third shift.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Dude,
like I get
you
it.
work third shift with me.
No, like it's just not worth it. It's just not.
I mean, it's third shift for me is very easy.
Well,
Just
because
because
it's also it's
the
4
room I'm
days a
in,
week.
they don't care.
It's
They
a
don't
4-day a
care.
week thing, and then on top of it, like, so I only get 3 days off, and I'm working 10-hour shifts where I could just work 3 12s, and like I'm cheap. Yeah, it sucks, but like I'm having a great time now. Start of my weekend.
True.
I'll be.
I gotta go to work tonight.
Yeah, you do.
I mean, it's not completely bad because after this I normally just sleep,
Mm-hmm.
wake up around like 4.
Yeah.
Because I've already slept. I slept for 6 hours, and then get 4. That's 10 hours of sleep if you add it together.
Yeah. But
So
you gotta take into account the fact that like real sleep is that REM sleep, and it takes at least like what, an hour or something to get into there.
don't you worry, baby. I'll get it either way.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I'll get that REM sleep.
I think with that, with that moment, we're gonna go into some closing remarks.
That's it.
Anything
That's
you
it.
want to talk? Any quick story about any fun parties? Any cool
Um,
things you'd buy if you had Jeff
um,
Bezos? Anything little?
I'd probably buy a better house, and then turn my garage into like a little studio.
Ooh,
I don't want like a big house if I had a lot of money. That's my thing. Screw a bunch of that, dude.
dude, I want a big house, and I don't even want to do it with a lot of money. I just want to have like 5 or 7 rooms. Because think about it this way: I want a gaming room. That's like, when I say gaming, I mean like video games, right? But I also want
Yeah.
a D&D room. So like the D&D room would also be for like D&D with like, I think, library, because I feel like the aesthetic of having books and stuff around while you're doing D&D feels really awesome. And
Yeah.
then also board games and stuff could be in that room, because it's just gonna be a big table, right? Tabletop
Yeah.
gaming. So it's like, that's what I want. I want those 2 rooms, but then I also want a movie room, because I would
Okay.
love to have a room where it's like really nice,
That would be
comfy
epic
couch.
too.
You have a little
That'd
like
be sick.
popcorn machine, a slushy machine, stuff like that. And then you can just go into this room and it's like lit up like a movie theater, and you can just enjoy stuff with people with a surround sound. So it's like, I want these specific rooms, and I think that just makes it inherently a little bit more expensive. Not like crazy, because it doesn't need to be a big room, like a 10 by 13 room, or even like a 13 by 13 room. That's not that big. That's like a bedroom. So you just have
True.
like 3 of those, and you're pretty set. I mean, you might need a bigger one for the D&D room, but even gaming, like, you don't need a big one. I got a whole basement, but like,
Dude, a maid would be pretty sick.
having a maid.
Yeah.
I mean,
Dude, just imagine a maid, alright?
yeah.
Just you leave for work, and on when you're at work, the maid comes and cleans up your house and then leaves, and you just pay them.
If you can afford a maid, I feel like you don't need to, or you're working
That
from
is
home.
true. That is also true. That is true.
Because I feel like even if I was making 6 figures, I probably wouldn't have a maid.
Yeah, but what if it was a good chef too? Well, they were a good chef. I don't know why I'm talking about it like it's a robot. I don't mean it like that.
I don't know, man. I feel like that's just I don't know. Because I feel like
think a
part of
maid's
it would
worth
be
it.
nice to like cook for yourself, you know? I would like to have a live-in maid, and you could have a live-in maid, right?
What?
A live-in maid. Basically just live in your house.
Oh, yeah, I'd have that.
Alright, here we go. Yeah, one day we'll have Jeff Bezos.
Yo,
money,
tell me
right?
about this. What do you think about this eye?
Like the eye that you drew? You already showed it to me, man. Said it was gonna give me nightmares.
That makes me feel good.
That's what you were going for, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Bye,
well,
everyone.
I hope everybody has a great day. Hope they all enjoyed this.
I sure did.
It's been nice talking. Say bye. Bye.
Bye.